So this is our mobile computing project demo, and the name of our project is Solving Mathematical Problems Using Amazon Echo. Our team members are Alan, Prashant, Rakesh and Froila. Over here is we are solving logical programming, mainly mathematical problems using voice. So it understands the natural language. So we will say the mathematical statements in natural language, and it will understand the context of it and tries to solve those problems. So we are trying to solve three use cases in this project. The first one is the age one. So in the age one, we are mainly focusing on the questions like Sam is X years old and somebody after 2 years will be Y times the Sam. These type of questions we will be solving in this part. Now let's go to the another use case. Now another use case is the direction one. So over here we have included both absolute direction and relative. For absolute, you can say he went 10 degree to north, then 20 units to south. You can say relatively like he went 30 units to the left of him, to the right of him. These kind of questions. So you can ask him total distance, total displacement, these kind of questions in this part. Now the quantification part. Now in this part, the problem we are trying to solve is that there are exchange of different objects between various persons. So see if Sam has 3 books, Sam gives 2 books to Mary. Then Jack have 4 more books than everyone. These kind of questions are being solved in this part. So the basic structure of our program is like this. So we are using AWS as our cloud services, and so the input will be given as a speech by the user, and Amazon Echo will receive that speech, and that speech will be converted to text. Then that text will be passed to an Alexa skill set. Over there the processing will happen. Then an intent will be passed along with the variables to a lambda function, where this is the backend, and all the processing takes place in lambda function. And for database, we are using DynamoDB. Every service in AWS is independent of each other and are connected through endpoints. The message passing of these services is done through JSON format, and each service functioning is connected to the endpoint of other using ARN and using policies. And we have to define the encryption and the permissions for this. So every service is like lambda. This lambda function has an associated unique ARN number with it to connect with it, and there are policies which you have to write. So these are the lot of policies which we have defined, which tells you that which service can access which service by how much. So let's start with first Alexa skill set. So this is the user interface of Alexa skill set. So on the first page you see an invocation name. This is the name you use to start your application. So the Alexa skill set has three main features. The first is the intent schema. So these 32 intents you are seeing, we have defined these intents for this application. So this intent schema is the basic structure which you will pass to a lambda function. So you can assume it like this is the values which are passed to the lambda functions, and how these values are calculated is dependent upon the sample utterances and slot types. So if you look over here, this is slot types. So for first for the part, so these age ones are for task 1, this directions one are for task 7, and these logic arithmetic ones are for task 13. So and these slot types for age similarly are for task 2, for directions are for task 8, and for logical arithmetic statements are for task 14. So you can also look into the code over here. So okay, so yeah, so skill information we have defined over here. You have also need to give sample utterances, so which are saved. And now this is the place where you define the policies, and this is how no this is the lambda function defined, be which will be triggered by this application. And this is where our task 3, 4 and 6, 7 and 15 and 16 are done. And then this this lambda function is now the lambda function which we have created for this is over here. So this one is the lambda function, so it's triggered by the Alexa skill set, and the code for it is over here. So our task 5, 11 and 17 are done over here. So if you see, these are all mathematical models defined over here, and these various intent names, if you are seeing, these logic ones are for the task 16. For task 16, and these directions are for task 10, and these age one are for task 4. And if you see into one of it, so there is like for every intent session you have these mathematical models working, and the speech text is being replied over here. So then the next task is to set up the database for it. So for the database we are using DynamoDB. So for every lambda function, when you run the test cases, you will see the database. So if I do the testing part, so if I say ask logical to help me solve a question, so this JSON is being parsed, and this is the data we received after passing this JSON. And you can see that now in the DynamoDB there will be a lot of tables initialized. These are the tables initialized. This age logic is for task 5, and this direction margin is for task 11, and this find logic and statement is for task 17. Now all these services are independent of each other, and we defined IAM for connecting these, which is task 6, 12 and 18, and So you see the policies over here. So there are policies defined for this thing, and now the task 20th was to test and integrate the code. The code you are seeing is already integrated, and the 19th part is actually earlier we were able to only answer one question and then program ends. Now you can provide as much as knowledge base you want, and you can ask multiple questions. Alexa, ask logical devils to help me solve a question.
Welcome to Explain Logic. Say your first statement.
Age of Sam is 10 years.
Okay. Next statement, please.
Last year, Jill was twice the age of Sam.
Okay. Next statement, please.
When was Jill born?
Jill was born in 1998. Welcome to Explain Logic. Say your first statement.
Sam has 6 books.
Okay. Next statement, please.
Mary has 2 more books than Sam.
Okay. Noted. Next statement.
What are total number of books?
Total number of books are 14.0. Welcome to Explain Logic. Say your first statement.
Move 10 units to north.
Okay. Next statement, please.
Move 10 units to east.
Okay. Next statement, please.
What is the total displacement?
Total displacement is 14.1421356237.
What is the total distance?
Total distance is 20.
What is the relative direction?
Relative direction with respect to origin is northeast.